Welcome back. Winters in Minnesota can feel long, cold, boring, and the pandemic doesn't help. But the great thing about our great state is that there are places to sneak away for a weekend. Tonight I spoke with Jayne Haugen Olson. She is the editor-in-chief of Minneapolis.St. Paul Magazine, and we went over some destinations worth checking out. Okay, Jayne, we'll start with our first location somewhere along the North Shore. What is this particular spot you want to tell people about?
Well, Bluefin Bay is in Tofty, Minnesota. It's about 25 minutes south of Grand Marais, and it really is a dream location for anybody who wants a year-round experience. But we're talking about even in the winter to go up, and they have townhouses, they have lakeside, they have suites. But it's a great base camp if you want to go hiking or go to Lutsen and go downhill skiing or go look at some of the frozen waterfalls. So it's a really great, lovely place.
I imagine this time of year, my thoughts are it's freezing up there. Why would I want to be up there? But what are some of those winter amenities that could have someone planning to book their next stay there in the late fall, early winter maybe?
Well, I mean, they have fireplaces in a lot of the rooms, so even on a fall, if it's a little chilly, but, you know, if you love the North and you want to experience Lake Superior, maybe you've never been up in that area before, it really is a 4 or 5 star compound up there. And so if you're not somebody who does a lot of roughing it, they will help you ease in to make it really the best for you. And they know everything about that area. They know all the great hiking trails, where the best, you know, viewing of fall foliage are, and they've really set it up for truly year-round travel up there.
Sometimes when people want to get away, it might not be such a far distance. Maybe they just want to get out of the house, maybe be pampered a little bit. I understand you have a lot of options right here within the Twin Cities for that too.
Well, you know, I'm a lifelong Twin Cityan, and we have seen really a boom in the last maybe 5 years of boutique hotels. And so if, to your point, you just want to get out of the house, you want a change of scenery, there's a really darling little boutique hotel in Stillwater called the Lora, L-O-R-A hotel. And so you get that charming experience of downtown Stillwater. The lift bridge has been converted now to a pedestrian and bike only. And so it really is just a charming little getaway just on the edge of the St. Croix River. And
then we could even bring it in where a Minneapolis or St. Paul resident has an option directly in their city that you want to bring up too.
Well, so there's a new place in St. Paul off Summit Avenue. It's called the Davidson, and it's in an old mansion. So if you want to, again, experience the historic Summit Avenue, go have a bite to eat on Grand Avenue, it's a really great place. There's a place right down the street from your station, the Ivy, which is where Oprah stayed when she was here last February, and they have a world-class spa, and then fabulous, I love the little Constantine restaurant in the basement where you can go have a little, you know, snuggle in a corner and have a cocktail. And then in North Loop, the Hewing Hotel, which gets a lot of press, as it should. It's a really great hotel just in the heart of the North Loop neighborhood. They have a rooftop hot tub. It's bigger than, it's like a little mini pool. And the bar is great, the neighborhood is great, tap rooms in that neighborhood. So that's just a really awesome place to hang if you want to have a little weekend getaway, one night or a couple of nights.
And if people want to maybe combine that lavish, treat themselves style, but also find themselves in the bold North, you have an option that kind of brings the two together.
Well, you know, I had, in researching our cover story, I learned a little bit more about Wintergreen Dog Sledding Lodge. It's in Ely. It's supposedly the oldest dog sledding lodge in the U.S. The founder was part of Will Steger's famed 1980s exploration with Anne Bancroft to the North Pole. And you can either do lodging, where you stay in the lodge and dog sled with the teams and the you know, the coaches that will help you during the day, or if you really want to be extreme, they will take you out on like 3-day camping excursions where you're staying as if you were going to the North Pole. Or they also have just day trips if you want to, maybe it's near where your cabin is or something and you want to just go up and do the day trip. But that is, if you can't go out of Minnesota and you're looking for something really kind of epic, that would be kind of a bucket listy thing.
Is the time maybe running out on booking the dog sled lodge, given the time of year? Are they booked through when the last snowfall has already hit, or would someone have to wait until maybe October or
I should
November?
have looked. I didn't look at that, but I think they have snow and it's colder longer up there than it is here.
That's true.
But it may be one of those things that, again, if you can't do the 2 or 3 or 4 day trip right now, if those are booked, maybe some of those day trips are either have half a day or whole day trips that you can do.
What's your pitch to people who maybe think, if I'm going to do a getaway, I always want to fly, I want to go somewhere far? What would you pitch to them to keep it close to home and kind of explore what's around them?
Well, we're so lucky in Minnesota that we truly have all the seasons. I think that Duluth and the North Shore are certainly, people from around the country want to come and experience that. One of the things we wrote about in our February issue is a place near Mount Rushmore that I've never gone to, and it's this glamping place. It's called Under Canvas. That's one that's kind of on my short list. I know it's South Dakota and we're going out of state, but it really looks pretty incredible. And then, you know, the Mississippi River and Lake Pepin, and, you know, we have really, again, depending on what time of the year that you want to travel, you can do the biking up near Crosby and the Cuyuna trails, and you can also go down Lake Pepin and check out what's going on along the river. Again, the North Shore, obviously Lake Country up near Brainerd. We're just really fortunate. Again, if you prefer summer travel or fall colors, or you are somebody who wants to get on the skis and hit Lutsen, or even go to Red Wing and go to Welch Village in that area, I mean, there really are great options throughout the state.
You'll find more winter travel advice, including our recent story on cabins and yurts to rent, on WCCO.com.